world. Welcome to WFHR's Rapids Report, proudly brought to you by Crockett Septic for this August 4th, 2025. Have your host, James, here. We're joined by our great friend, Stephanie Hartman from the Central Wisconsin Cultural Center. Steph, good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Thanks for having me.
Always appreciate hanging out with you and talking about the Cultural Center and the great events going on over there. There's so much going on that we will not be able to cover. We encourage you to check out the website, culturalcenterarts.org, culturalcenterarts.org, and be sure to follow them on social media. More on that later. For right now, NEPCO Lake is getting to celebrate there are big traditions, and then there are the biggest of traditions. And Centennial is to me it doesn't get much bigger than that stuff.
That's right. It's a huge event for them, and we are involved because they were looking for a not-for-profit partner to kind of help celebrate NEPCO Lake and the 100 years and all the great things that happened at NEPCO Lake. So we are partnering with the NEPCO Lake District, which is the property owners of NEPCO Lake, and throwing this bash on August 16th from noon until 5, and it is to celebrate their history, to celebrate our community. It's open to the public. There's been a little confusion, like, it's only for NEPCO Lake property owners. It isn't. It's for everybody. So come out and celebrate with us. We have a really fun day planned.
We're going to talk about the details of this, but this will be taking place at the beautiful NEPCO Lake Shelter right here in Rapids. This is one of my favorite places. I love NEPCO Lake. Love it over there. I got so many great memories over there. And if you even have one good memory from being over there, you want to be a part of this. You want you down there celebrating this great thing. That I've lived in so many towns in my life, and there are so few that have something like a NEPCO Lake, something like that available. I'm sure if you grew up in this area and it's all you've ever known, just the way being a human being is, the way time works and stuff, we kind of take things for granted sometimes and stuff. Here's a great opportunity to remind everybody how wonderful this is to have here and how long we've had it here.
Yes, exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Exactly. There aren't a lot of communities that have just the beauty that we have, and we do take it for granted. When I have friends come from out of town, they're like, God, this is just really a beautiful area. So take this opportunity to come and see NEPCO Lake. There are things there that I didn't know about as well, so I'm learning as we go, and I've lived here my whole life.
Right.
So you come into NEPCO Lake off of Griffith Avenue. There's a lot of confusion, like, I can see it, but how do I get there?
It took me like 3 or 4 times going there before I quite got it down.
Exactly. So you come in off Griffith Avenue. We'll have banners out. We'll have balloons out, all of those types of things. But that's how you enter. There's parking close to the lake, as well as we think we'll be parking on the road that leads down there. And then music starts at 12:30. We have Southbound.
Oh, it's awesome.
Awesome. I forget how good they are. Yeah. I was at Anchor Bay yesterday, and they were playing. I'm like, this is going to be so fun. It made me really excited.
One of our favorite local bands. And as a quick side note, so many of the events we've done in the last couple of years, and especially this summer, that are nonprofit events, and you see Southbound attached to it. Support them like they support this community, everybody. Make sure to check out their music and the great things that they're doing. They're an excellent band.
They are excellent. Really fun to listen to. Get your toes tapping. You can sing along, all that good stuff.
And no cover charge for that. None?
No cover charge. No charge for any part of the event unless you purchase from the food trucks. We're going to have several food trucks, and then we will have a beer and wine tent as well. And those... we also have raffle baskets. So, of course, you can purchase tickets for that. We have some really great raffle baskets, and since I mentioned it, I'll do a quick shout out to our raffle basket donors. We have Joyce Clausen, Sean and Michelle Cusack. The volunteers at the Cultural Center put one together, which was really nice of them. Oh,
that's cool.
doTERRA Essential Oils by Kim Martin. Jeff and Vicki Guckenberger donated a wonderful Packers basket. The value, I think, is over $2,000. So make sure you get in on that with tickets and an overnight stay.
It's worth $2,000 in general. In Wisconsin, I don't even want to think about how much that
exactly. Ida's Sports Bar and Grill, Norbees Honey, Southwood County Historical Museum, Sportsman's Bar and Grill, the Home Depot, and John and Peg Washausen. Those are the ones we have so far. I have a feeling we'll have some trickle in yet.
Sure.
We've actually got 2 full weeks, even though it feels like it's tomorrow. But we've got some time. So thanks to all those folks for doing that.
Big thank you to them. And having that involved in an event like this is a mainstay for something, having a raffle. And again, all the proceeds for these things that we're talking about, too, are going to benefit arts and environmental initiatives in our community. So another great opportunity that nobody does like Central Wisconsin, where we have a good time for a good cause.
That's right.
Nobody does it like us. That's great.
In addition to that, we have a all-plane painting event. So we have some artists signed up who will be painting live on site and be painting the scenes of Nepco Lake or the Bash, whatever they decide to paint. So it's up to them. So that'll be fun. If you are an artist and are interested, you can actually sign up on our website. We have a little link for you, and you can just fill out a form. Again, no charge. Just come and enjoy nature and the activities.
Shout out to those artists doing that. That's incredible.
It's so cool.
I years ago, in teaching improv, comedy and stuff, we had a painter come in because they did a lot of this kind of work, and they wanted to get better, feel more comfortable, but more comfortable interacting with the crowd. They were fine with doing the painting thing, and we were all, as artists, we've been doing this for like 10 years or whatever. We're like blown away by them.
Right.
Like what we do is one thing. What they do with that, it's incredible, and to be able to see it is pretty cool. That's awesome.
And I think to be able to, just kind of view them and then go back and look again and go back and look again as their piece is coming together is just, it's an incredible thing to watch happen.
I think most of us that love art, one of the things that brings us to a piece is the story or the history of that piece, not just the visual of it. So that's a great point by that.
Yeah, so that will be fun. We also will have some art activities on site for kids or adults. We're going to do painting of walking sticks, rock painting, and some other things. So again, free of charge. We ask for a couple donations here and there. There will be a face painter from 3 until 5. So the kids will enjoy that, or the adults, like I said, either way.
Yep.
And then we will have a past, present, and future display of Nepco Lake, what it used to look like, what it's currently looking like, and what they have plans for the future. I
can't get enough of those. I love those pictures, those kind of pictures, those visuals of stuff like that. When it comes to the artists and and that, do we have all the artists we need as far as that goes? Because I know there was going to be the air paint event that you're talking about there.
Yeah.
So we got that covered.
We have several artists, but we can take tons.
Okay.
I mean, they can do the whole shoreline.
Right, yeah. Well,
so we'll take as many as we can. Cool. So if you're interested, like I said, you can sign up on our website or just give us a call. I'm
still working with paint by numbers, so it's going to be a little while, but maybe next year. Maybe maybe the 200th or so. We'll
there
see.
You go.
We'll see. And Stephanie, with all of these things going on, there is all of this, and all of it is family oriented. It's family friendly.
Absolutely.
You want to go down there with your friends? That's going to be a good time too. But certainly, this is a real, the definition of a family event, and it's really cool to see that.
Yes, absolutely. And this would not be possible without our sponsors. Our Mr. and Mrs. Howell sponsors, if you're a Gilligan's Island fan.
Got that reference. I love that.
Is Aspirus, Lester Lodge, Nakusa Port Edward State Bank, and Schulz Construction. And our professor sponsor is the Dock Masters. Our Gilligan and Skipper sponsors are Jody and Corey Dobson, Krista and Stephen Howland, Quick Trip, Lake Country Log and Cedar, and Anthony and Amy Shellick. And then our supporters are Mark and Jill Austin, Denise Leader, Deborah Petrix, Walmart, and then I already mentioned our raffle baskets. And then a shout out to Encourage Community Foundation. They made it possible for us to have special T-shirts for volunteers so that they stand out in the crowd, so that everyone will have a reference person. They'll be able to find someone right away
That's
if they
really
have
smart.
questions, or just if something comes up. So we encourage for that.
Yeah. Big thank you to all of those sponsors out there. Everybody putting into this community. We appreciate each one of them. It's going to be such a great time. The Nepco Lake Centennial Bash is coming up August 16th from noon to 5 over at Nepco Lake Shelter. Make sure to make plans to check this out. Bring your lawn chair and sunscreen and a smile and have some fun. It's going to be a blast. We're looking forward to it. We'll be talking more and more about it as we get closer to it on our morning shows and some of those places. And while I could keep you here all day, Stephanie, I know how busy you are. I did want to mention, though, before we let you go, that there is always classes and other events happening over at the Central Wisconsin Cultural Center that we cannot encourage you enough to check out.
Absolutely. We're a little light in August because the bash is taking quite a bit of time to plan.
Yeah, understandable.
But we're really looking forward to it. So we're excited about that. But we have scheduled our Boo Spooky Thrifted Art classes already for September. So check those out. Heather's teaching again. She just has so much fun with it.
It's so great.
Yes.
A big shout out to all these people, individuals, some that have been doing it for years and some that just starting on it, taking time out of their day to teach these classes and everything. Great big thank you to them.
Yes, it's great. And we also are scheduling a felted vessels class, which basically is a felted vase with Jeannie Weymouth. We're just nailing down the specifics for that, but that will be coming up as well. So watch our website.
When you do, you might have my mom a part of that.
Okay.
She's always been interested by that stuff. Wow, I just had her voice pop up in my head. You get that information. Oh, that's great.
We're just trying to figure out dates and how much time it's going to take. But Jeannie taught a kids camp this summer. If you want to see some pictures, go on our Facebook. The kids did awesome projects. They were there 4 mornings in a row from 9 until noon, and it was really fantastic. So we're going to look to schedule that for next year as well. It was really fun to hear the kids kind of wrap up camp. And one of the questions was, if you had $1 million, what would you do? And the one little girl said, well, I would give some to my parents because they know how to invest. And then I would buy all the needle felting supplies in the world because they had done needle felting. And that's what needle felting is for this vessels class as well. So it'll be for kids or adults, really.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. They're going to be smiling about that all morning. When it comes to these events like the Nepco Lake Centennial Bash or some of the events or classes they have at the Cultural Center, when you bring the kids involved with that stuff, brains are sponges.
Yep.
They see adults supporting the arts, supporting their cultural center, things like that. They are more likely to do it as they get older.
Yes.
And especially if you're somebody that is worried about them spending too much time with a tablet or some of those things.
Absolutely.
Kids, if you want to get them busy, give them stuff to build, give them stuff to create and everything.
Yes.
They will get their hands involved in it.
Yes, it was really fun to watch the kids camp. I mean, you could hear them the second they got in the door. They'd sprint from the back door to the classroom. And what are we doing today? What are we doing today? And yeah, nobody had a tablet or a phone or anything. And they had the best time.
Stephanie, if people want to know more about some of what we talked about today or reach out to you guys for any other reasons, how can they get a hold of you?
Sure. Our Facebook page is very up to date, so you can find us on Facebook under Central Wisconsin Cultural Center. You can go to our website, which is culturalcenterarts.com. You can always give us a call if you have questions, and that's 715-421-4598. Or you can email us always as well, and that's just cwcc@culturalcenterarts.org.
Always appreciate the time. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, Stephanie.
Well, thank you for having me.
And thank you, everybody, for joining us for another edition of the Rapids Report, brought to you by Crockett Septic here at WFHR.